Captain Bob and Arlo, they're the ones you know. Wisconsin's Hot Rod Radio.
Hey, welcome to Wisconsin Hot Rod Radio. I'm Captain Bob.
And I'm Arlo.
And here we are on the FONZ FM. Hey. So, again, we are the voices to the Hot Rodders.
We sure try.
And anything else that runs on the road, let me tell you.
Yeah,
that's
there
for
you
sure.
go. Right.
So, we want to say thanks very much last week to our good friends. Well, we think they're our good friends. He kind of said that, why would we say good friends? But
I'm laughing because you said that to him last week. We were talking about the Ring Brothers, and they said, wait, are we friends?
Yeah. So we want to say thanks again to Mike and Jim, the Ring Brothers.
Yeah.
And good to hear that their show is, their business is very successful.
Yeah, well, we didn't talk about is their product line. I mean,
Right.
they've got product line of hinges, car hinges, door handles, all kinds of stuff that they mill right there.
He did touch down a little bit. He said that because a lot of people are at home, that they've been busy on that end. So that might go where their product line is, that they've been ordering parts from them.
Yeah, you can see all the products if you go to our website or their website, Ring Brothers.
So,
but they're fun guys.
Yeah. So, but one guy that did say that because people are at home, and that was Chris from Gandrud, he said they're going gangbusters.
Well, we mentioned that last week. He's very smart. I mean, he's got a massive warehouse. He just kept stocking.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has a crystal ball or what, but because he had all the parts.
Yeah.
He didn't have to wait for GM during the slowdown. He had everything. So
again, you're looking
he's a smart guy.
Yeah, you're looking for an engine, transmission, or performance parts for your GM vehicle. Those are the people to call. And as he also mentioned, too, we can also help you with your Mopar parts, too.
Yes.
Because they have a Chrysler dealership, too.
I'm glad you brought that up last week, because right across the street is the Gandrud Mopar.
Yeah, so they can help you with all those. Yeah. So check them out. I mean, good people to work with, that's for sure. And again, we thank them very much for being a sponsor of our show, too. I was going to say,
he's been a loyal sponsor.
Yeah. Yep. So we want to tell everybody that's listening to the show today that if you are listening, we are also doing filming on this, as I'm looking at the camera right now. Again, it's the adventures
and it's looking at you.
Yeah. The Adventures of Captain Bob and Arlo. And this is on YouTube. So check it out.
Yeah.
So once in a while when we say we're holding something up to the camera and you're listening to the show, you're going, I can't see it. Well, then go to our YouTube and check it out.
Yeah, well, we know we're on radio, but we also hold things up. But, many through the years, many have asked, where's your studio, that kind of thing.
And what do you look like?
What do you guys look like? And which I don't understand.
What did we always say?
What?
We have the faces for radio.
Well, no, other people tell us that.
Yeah, that's
that
true,
meet us. They go, no wonder you guys are on the radio. No, and how it's all put together and stuff like that. So it's just a lot of fun, and we've been putting those up.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's cool.
So, and again, as I kind of mentioned earlier, this show would not be possible if it wasn't for our great sponsors. So we ask you to please patronize them or use them if you can in any way. And again, that's Gandrud, high performance out of Green Bay. Gruber. Well, we hope you would use them, but then...
One call, that's all.
But then we'd hope maybe you wouldn't use them because the only time you're going to use them is if you're in an injury case. But they are out there to help you, and it is one call, that's all.
Yeah.
And again, we have Bennett Coach Works, which again, if you're looking to have your vehicle taken care of, or you're looking to spruce it up, or whatever you got to do, they're still running. The shop is open.
He's Milwaukee's car guy. That's right. Yeah.
And then if you need something over the head of you, like a roof. Performance roofing.
Then you mean like a hat?
Yeah, big hat. Yeah. So again.
Well, like Great Lakes Dragaway.
That's right.
We work together with them. It's more or less an affiliate kind of thing. I mean, I love the fact every photograph of a launch off the starting line, Hot Rod Radio logo is on the building right there. Cool? It's kind of cool. But today we're going to have on someone that's going to be talking about Great Lakes Dragaway and what they're going to be doing down there. We had Randy on not too long ago.
Right.
But yeah.
So we're going to have Brad on later on today talking about the out-of-sight drags.
Right.
And we'll be talking about that, which will be happening at Great Lakes Dragaway.
Yeah.
Plus, some people have asked us, they've said, I'm really upset about Iola being canceled. I can't believe this.
Yeah.
Well, we had Joe Opperman on the show a while back ago, kind of mentioning that. But now we're going to have on Joe later today on the show talking about what they're going to try to do. Yeah. About a rally in Iola.
A rally, and it's rallying around the fact that it's a big organization, and they take care of a lot of charities, and they're asking us, car guys, to rally for Iola. And I think it's well deserved for all the years that they've served us. So we're going to have Joe Opperman on talking about that as well, So anyways, what did you end up doing last weekend, by the way, or during the week?
What did I end up doing last week? It's funny because you had called me at one point because you had a noise problem on your car, and earlier,
I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, earlier, a couple weeks before that, I was actually working on my 39 hot rod, and the problem you had, I changed the belt on it.
Yeah.
And put a new belt on. But on my flathead, because I've run an alternator on there, there's a special bracket that's on the cylinder head on the flathead. And as I was tightening it up, we stripped it out. That's cool. Well, it's another $90 down the tube because I had to order another bracket. Thanks to Speedway Motors, they sent it out right away. I got it within a couple of days, put a new bracket on, and took care of the problem.
So you had a fan belt problem.
Well, I was putting a new belt on.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting the bracket to strip out when I was tightening it on.
No,
because it's made out of aluminum, so it was a big problem.
Okay.
But last weekend, basically what I did, what I said I wanted to do all summer, and I was waiting for the weather to come, and now the weather's been there, gone there, been there, gone there.
Yeah.
I said I wanted to paint my home. And so I started painting the outside of my house.
So you started?
I've got some of it done, but then again, they're talking about wet weather, so now I got to wait for that to pass by. It's like, come on.
Yeah. It's been strange this whole week.
It has been, yeah.
We go from wind chills and stuff like that, 38 degrees, and then one day it's 92. Dew points are up and down. The siding in my house is stretching, contracting, stretching, contracting.
That's what I'm afraid of with my painting I'm doing. I might, who knows what's going to happen. I know.
It's nuts. You go outside in shorts, and then a few hours later you get to put, snowsuit on. So it's kind of weird. But it's funny you had the belt problem then, because I called you. So mine was the automobile. I'm going along, and it would squeal when I'd punch it or whatever, and I thought it's got to be the belt.
Yeah.
I changed it, still did it, got worse. Then I thought, well, maybe it's a water pump. Well, it didn't wobble. It's not wobbling, and it's holding water.
Yeah.
Then I thought the alternator, but Dr. Johnson took care of that a year or so ago, and I put the screwdriver. I called you and I said, what else could it be? And you kept saying, it's got to be the belt. So I figured I just wasn't getting enough tension on it. I even went on YouTube. Do you know these guys are saying, use deodorant? Have you seen that yet?
Oh, yeah.
Rub the deodorant on there? Yeah. I'm like, okay, I'll try that. I didn't do that, but I tried other things. Still squealed.
Smelled good.
So I just went to a smaller belt, and I was able to put more tension on it.
That's good.
And it's gone.
That's
so I went for a long ride. So
that's good.
Kind of cool. Yeah.
Well, I've got 39 all ready to go, so that's good. Kind of played around with the grandchildren there a little bit too over the weekend and put them on the motorcycle.
Well, it's up on Facebook.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Speaking of, you and I are both now on Facebook.
Well, we're official now, right? Wow. We resisted all these years.
Ooh, I can't believe that.
Poor Pug, our social media lady here at the show, says she kept saying to us through the years, "Hey, there's a car show going on." We're like, "Well, we don't have Facebook." She takes care of all her Facebook. You officially got on? So
I'm officially on it, yes. So I'm going to put it out there to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the video right now that if I don't answer you back or I don't get back to you and everything else, it's like I'm on Facebook, but I'm not going to monitor it 24/7.
No.
So I've got other things to do too. So.
Yeah. Well, is it Captain Bob or is it Robert Ternastik?
No, it's actually I have my own personal one. Then I have Wisconsin High Radio too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have. Yeah.
You don't want to give the name out?
Well, it's just under Wisconsin High Radio, Captain Bob. Yeah.
Okay.
Captain
Got
Bob.
it.
Captain Bob.
Captain Bob.
Right,
Okay.
yeah,
Captain
exactly,
Bob. All right. Okay. Because mine is Arlo Dillman.
Yeah.
I did mine because a lot of our shows are canceled, and I'm getting back to cartooning. And so I thought I'll throw it out there because just throw my artwork out there a little bit. And so I did that. So now we're legit. I don't know if we're legit.
I was just amazed that, as soon as I signed up and my daughter helped me get, put into it.
Yeah.
But at that night, as I was kind of at home doing some other things.
Yeah. Bing, bing, bing.
Bing, 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 bing. It's like, what?
It's got large tentacles, man.
Know,
it's
like,
finding people
bing,
that mutual friends and
I know
everything. So, we knew about it, and, Pug's been telling us about it.
Yeah.
But so these are going to run independent of the radio show, Ken, whatever. But we'll throw some things up there once in a while, but don't look for a lot of quick responses because our thumbs don't work that fast.
That's true, right? Either do our minds.
Yeah. I'm like, who's this? Who's this? Who's this?
You're right. So, I got to say that I'm going to hold up a flyer up here to the
that's funny.
To the camera.
Yeah.
Here's where we're supposed to be today. Now, you're going to see this on the camera, and you're going to hear it on the radio show. Canceled.
That's sad.
I know. We've got a lot of shows. And
Fireworks on the Fox is what you're referring to.
Fireworks on the Fox today in Big Bend, Wisconsin. Again, a lot of shows are being canceled. One that was a little bit of a surprise, but our good friend Greg from Air Guitar contacted us and said they do their cruise nights at Jets in Muskego, Wisconsin. Yeah. They canceled the entire cruise nights for the whole season. Yeah. And he's very sad about that.
That came from corporate.
Exactly. So again, check our website. If there's cruises that are during the week, some of them are still going on.
They're trying.
They're trying, so they're not all canceled. Like you've always mentioned, call ahead of time to find out.
You have to. Yeah, we don't have canceled on it, then you should call ahead and make sure it's still going.
Right.
I know that the losers, because of my Facebook now, I'm on Facebook. I saw that the losers went to Georgie Porgy's last Saturday and just hung out there. I mean, they were social distancing, but it was just kind of cool to sit in the grass. And, I don't even know if Georgie's was open to curbside or whatever they were, but the losers have been going around. They're trying to support, you know. Same with the Wisconsin Street Rod guys. They're going around. I know John Bagley's group is going around trying to support a lot of these businesses, and they're trying.
Cool, good,
yeah,
good. Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a hold of Brad from the Brew City Gassers, and he's going to talk about what's going to be happening at Great Lakes Dragaway. So we'll be right back with Brad.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Outright Radio. This is Arlo.
And this is Captain Bob, and here we are again on the FONZ FM. And this morning on our show, we actually, again, social distancing.
Yeah, well, he's out of sight.
Exactly.
We don't see him in the studio at all.
You're right. We have Brad.
He's out of sight, man. We can't see him.
We've got Brad on from the Brew City Gassers, which will be part of the event at Great Lakes Dragaway, on June 26th and 27th. Which is going to be called the Out-A-Sight Drags. Good morning, Brad.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. So, Brad, you're part of the Brew City Gassers, and you've been part of that for quite a few years. Explain a little bit, first of all, what the Brew City Gassers are and is.
So, Brew City Gassers, first and foremost, we are a racing club. All of us, we have 52 guys, and we all go to our home track, Great Lakes Dragaway, and we race there. We race there Tuesdays, Thursdays, but mainly we got events there. We are a 1967 and older drag club, you could say. We enjoy anything to do with period correct, and that is kind of going back in time with racing of the glory days of drag racing, the 1960s. Everyone's got a car. Everyone's got we got Ford, Chevys, Willys. I mean, it's awesome. But mainly, we are a drag racing club that tries our best to stick with period correct.
That's cool.
Cars
That's very cool.
Pre-1967.
Well, you kind of mentioned, your local track, which we all enjoy here in the Wisconsin area, which is Great Lakes Dragaway. Now, have you been, since we've seen and heard, Randy and Claire have mentioned that they've opened up the track. Have you been down to the track?
Yeah, believe it or not, I've been down on the track 5 times already. 4 times to go down there to race. I'm lucky enough to have 2 cars, so I kind of, toy with both of them. But they opened, it would be about 2.5 weeks ago.
Okay.
They opened on a Friday. The Kenosha had a meeting with them and, basically said, hey, guys, this is an outdoor event. You got 180 acres. Be smart, clean the bathrooms, social distance, and I think it's been great quite a bit. I mean, when you walk around, everyone's just kind of doing their own thing. Everyone's not coming up, giving you a hug and all that stuff. But, it's great. Everyone's social distancing at their own pace. And you could see groups of family, groups of, friends that have been, let's say quarantined together, just groups. And it's been great. There's nothing more better than going to the track in these kind of crazy times. Get out, enjoy the sun. But the track's been great.
Smell some smoke and burning tires,
there
that's
you
for
go.
sure. Yeah. So, Brad, we got to ask that question. You've been down to the track racing your car. Let our listeners know, what are you driving?
Oh, so I'm blessed to have 2 cars. My first car, I've had it for almost 10 years. It's a 1963 2-door hardtop Chevy Nova, 400 small block tunnel ram, two 650s, 4-speed. It's an awesome car. I finally got to really enjoy it this year with a new transmission swap last year, and it's fun. And then my street warrior, the weekend warrior, is a 4-door 62 Bel Air. That's got a 406 in it, cool. And the thing rips pretty good. It's a blast. It's definitely surprising that how quick it is, but it's Chevy powered, so of course it's fast.
Well, and one of the reasons why we have you on the show this morning is because we kind of mentioned earlier that you're going to be part of a show, an event that's going to be at the Great Lakes Dragway called Out of Sight Drags. Explain to everybody what that's all about and what's going to be happening there.
So it is. It's June 26th and 27th. It is all day Friday and all day Saturday. Opens at 10 a.m. on Friday and opens 9 a.m. on Saturday. What it is, this event, every car that is racing is pre-registered. That means the cars come in through email. We see a few pictures, make sure the wheels are correct. The event is 1967 and older. Okay. So when you walk into the pits, you will not see a vehicle, a car, or dragster, or anything like that older than 1967. So it's really for the purists. It's for those that want to see old cars, and really, like last year. So this year's our second year doing it. But last year we had what do we have? We had just under 150 cars.
Wow.
On the property racing, and that's a lot of cars of anything, any year. But really, you walk in and close your eyes, open them up. It's like, wow, it takes you back. So all these cars are period correct. It is all heads up racing. All these cars have a certain time that they run, so they kind of, they race within their class, so it's fun for the racers and the spectators. You see these cars going down a track, they're within a fender or two, and it's a blast for everybody.
That's cool. Now, because you said, it's got to be pre-registered cars in there, so if somebody came down for that day and said they wanted to get in and be part of it, could they or could they not?
So what it is the pre-registration ends. Let's see, it's 20. The pre-registration ends June 20th. We have a lot of paperwork to do it. So if a individual should come down and say, "Hey, I'm racing," it just cannot happen because the person's name, address, they get a number. It's approved. So it is all pre-registered. Gotcha. And if anyone listening that wants to pre-register their car to see if it meets our criteria, it's brewcitygassers@gmail.com.
Okay, that's cool. Well, again, it's at Great Lakes Dragway, which we still say it's the oldest consecutive track of its kind in the United States, still running. And Randy and Claire do a great job over there, and we're really happy to hear that you guys are going to be there and you're going to be running the event also too.
Yeah, it is going to be an absolute blast. We had a good crowd last year. We had quite a few cars. I was very happy with that. A lot of people came on, Thursday, which was nice, fill it up and everything. And then I expect this year to be actually, even though I'm thinking a little bit more. People are itching to get out. A lot of these outside events have been canceled, but the ones that are still going on, you go to them, and they're busy because, people want to get out and enjoy.
Cool.
So you had mentioned people come in on Thursday night. Do you know if Great Lakes Dragaway has camping down there? I'm going to put you on the spot. Can you camp down there?
Yes, yes, they do. Any type of camping, you would call Great Lakes Dragaway, speak to them at the booth, and they will direct you.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Okay. All right.
So,
cool.
Well, even though that the car's got to be 1967 or older. Obviously, the spectators don't have to abide by that age. They can be young people too, correct?
No, not at all. And it's kind of fun. It's kind of funny you say that about the age because last year, when I seen you guys, I was actually I had antifreeze in my radiator and I was draining it out. If you remember that.
Yeah.
And when you guys came around, there's a bunch of young kids, and I'm talking there were 10 to 14, and I put a few of them in the seat of my car, and their eyes are googly eyes because they're in the race car. But last year was awesome. We saw a lot of families, and I really want the families that have 2, 3, 4 kids that come out because like admission, I can touch base on that. Like admission on Friday, adults $15 to get in. Age 10 to 15 is $8. Age 9 and under is free.
Right.
And then on Saturday, it goes up just a smidge. Adults is 20. Age 10 to 15 is 10. Age 9 and under is free. So really, I mean, if you can get, mom, dad, 2 kids, 3 kids, I mean, $50, $60, you can get the whole family in.
Right.
That is really what we want. We want, we want everyone to come out, but it's awesome to see families. And there's quite a few families just strolling around the pits, and that's awesome.
Yeah. Let our listeners know also, too, the times on both days, on when it's going to start and when it's going to end on both days.
So both days. So Friday, the track opens at 10 a.m., and racing, we try to shoot for noon. And then Saturday opens at 9 a.m., and again, we try to shoot for racing at noon. And then that is pretty consistent with most of the events that go on there. And last year, Friday and Saturday, oh boy, it went till about 9:30, 9:50. So it's an all-day event. So even if someone can't get there, super early, it's no big deal. I mean, you got plenty of hours of racing for the day. It's great.
All right. Well, let everybody know, because we're just about almost out of time. Let everybody know again the dates and how they can become part of this, and again, your website.
Website is brewcitygassers.com. The event is called Out a Sight Drags, June 26th and 27th. It's all day Friday and all day Saturday. And then one thing I do want to add is we do have a few special things this year.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that is at 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. on both days, we are going to have 4 Cackle cars. These cars have 100% nitro.
Wow.
And 9 p.m. is going to be a fire spectacular. So that is something that's going to be very new and huge this year.
Awesome.
Cool. Well,
I like that stuff.
Hopefully we'll be able to be down there and see you guys. That's for sure.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah, it'll be a great time. It's going to be 78 degrees, sunny blue skies, the whole.
Oh, now you become a meteorologist too.
Yes. I just take the dart and I throw it.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. Well, Brad, again, thanks for being on our show. We appreciate it very much. And again, we're going to be looking to tell all of our listeners, come on down to Great Lakes Dragaway, Union Grove, Wisconsin. Again, June 26th, 27th. Otherwise, just come on down to the track at other times too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, we're going to cut out for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be back with Joe Opperman. We'll be talking with him about Iola. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to Wisconsin Hot Rod Radio. This is Captain Bob.
And this is Arlo.
And here we are again on the
FONZ
FONZ
FM.
FM. And we want to say thanks very much to Brad
Yes.
from the Brew City Gassers. And again, great event. You want to go there.
Yeah.
Again, it's the Out of Sight Drags at Great Lakes Dragaway.
At one of our good affiliates at Great Lakes Dragaway.
Yeah,
One of our good affiliates.
So, and again, Rich, if you're listening to the show, which we know you are, and you love Gassers, this is the show to go to.
There you go.
So, but another show that, well, we had this person on the show a while back ago.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are disappointed because they heard what he had to say about it.
Yeah.
But now we got maybe some new information. We actually have on our good friend Joe Opperman on from Iola. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for being back on the show. That's for sure. So because Iola swap meet and everything was, you had caught, last time we had you on the show, you mentioned it was canceled because of obviously what's going on. But you guys have come up with an idea, and you kind of had something in the plans to maybe take over what's going to happen. What's going to go on now?
Yeah, what's going on, Joe?
Yeah, so in the absence of the Iola Car Show and Swap Meet this year, we're launching an alternative event that we think will go very well, and we're calling it the Rally for Iola, which will be July 11th, which would have been the Saturday of our show dates. And really, it's an opportunity for our enthusiasts and car people in general who are looking for things to do this summer to come and be a part of something special. It's it's a rally legitimately for our cause, for the Iola Car Show, as a fundraiser for the event in order to continue and prosper into the future.
Well, that's, what a lot of people don't realize is your organization does serve over 100 and some charities, and you support a lot of those. With the Iola Car Show not happening, this is your attempt to still continue to support those charities. Is that correct?
That's cool.
Well, even more than that, this is really for the mothership this year. We certainly will be doing what we can to support those organizations, but as much as anything, this is about supporting, Iola Old Car Show Incorporated, which is a nonprofit,
Gotcha.
That serves all of these. Without the show this year, our regular business is to make money so we can give it away.
Right.
And with the absence of the event this year, now we've got to make sure we can make it through to next year and be able to continue that giving in the future.
Okay, gotcha.
So we need you to go then in detail, minute by minute, exactly.
Yes.
This is going to take all day, that's for sure. But what's exactly going to happen? So we're going to have it on July 11th. People will get there at about what time in the morning, and what's going to all go on throughout the whole day then?
So we're going to open for staging at 8 a.m. that Saturday. And this is an all-cars welcome sort of a rally. When people come in, we're going to be, giving out goodie bags. We've got a variety of different things that will be available, but we're going to separate right at the beginning show cars from passenger vehicles. If you've got mom and dad or the kids in a minivan, we want you here because this is really going to be a historical piece of Iola's history. So we'll be basically positioning the passenger cars so that when the show cars start the rally, they'll have a front row seat. And we've got some plans on the grounds that I can't give away too much, but there's going to be some very interesting nods and acknowledgments to different pieces of the show to really educate and really share what Iola is about, behind the scenes a little bit.
Okay.
So the show cars will then process through the grounds. Everyone in passenger vehicles or bikes will be, front and center as far as viewing of that. And then there's a 75-mile road cruise planned through Waupaca County that's going to be led by our sheriff, who's a big car guy. And as soon as the last show car's gone through, everybody else is welcome to join in right behind. And it's a really great route we've got planned. And we've got a few more things in the works that we think will come together very nicely that we just can't quite share yet.
Cool. So now this is open to, now I'm saying for the classic vehicles, not just the everyday rides, all makes, models, and years, correct?
Absolutely, yep.
So if you got a foreign car, you can come on in if it fits the criteria of being a classic. Anything 100%. You want to bring. Good, cool.
Yep,
cool.
If it's a show car, whether it's modified, whether it's all original, whether it's blue ribbon, you name it, we're not going to be strict about the classifications here. The big thing here is, we're going to have a $15 admission per vehicle. So, again, you got the minivan with 8 people inside.
Right.
That's it. Get your goodie bag, get your rally directory, come get a poster, get a model car. The first 2,000 show cars will be receiving Iola 2020 dash plaques. So we're bringing things together that we think will be, well worth everybody's time.
Cool. So now some of the questions that are going to come up, with some of our listeners. All right, I'm driving all the way up there. I'm coming up to Iola. We're going to have a great time. Is there going to be food? Is there going to be restrooms? And are we going to be, at that point, safe to be up there?
So that's one of the big questions that we're hoping to answer actually this week. We're meeting with some county officials, and we think we have a very good plan to allow for a drive-through style meal at the end of the rally, but we don't have that confirmed just yet. We're putting the pieces in motion that we definitely hope we'll be able to do that, and if it goes the way we're planning, it will be a very special experience.
Well, you should have like curbside. Everybody drives by and gets a hot dog. Curbside.
Yeah, and you're not far off. We've got a campgrounds that I don't know if you guys have been into. But we've got 80 acres of campgrounds that
right.
allows for great distancing and a great buffer and drive-through experience. So that's kind of what we're aiming for.
Okay.
Again, we don't have that finalized yet, but indications are looking very good that we'll be able to end this with a nice drive-through spaced-out meal.
Now, Bob mentioned earlier about food and stuff, but what about lodging? Are you going to find out this week too? What's going to happen with lodging up there?
Yeah, I know that our campgrounds won't be open. That's not something that we'll be able to accommodate.
Okay.
You know, I think for those that are coming from a distance that would want to come the night before and stay at a hotel, I really don't think you'll have any problems with that. Most people are staying in Wapaka or Stevens Point or further out, but I think that, you know, with the cancellation of the show, those hotels are very available right now.
That's what I was asking.
Now, we're driving all the way from Milwaukee. We're driving all the way from Chicago, whatever.
Yeah.
Coming to the show, can we get gasoline? Because obviously if we're going on a 75-mile cruise, we got to make sure we got gasoline in our vehicles as we drove up there.
He's thinking about the Arlo-mobile right now. That thing guzzles quite a bit. And it doesn't burn well on tree sap. So
yeah, right. The route is going to take us through a number of cities, and so along the route there's going to be places to stop, and certainly on your way into town. Yeah, Wapaka, Stevens Point, Iola. These places are for the most part open for business, so I don't think there'll be any challenges there.
Awesome,
Cool. Well, it definitely sounds like it's going to be.
I'm excited.
Yeah, a great time up there. That's for sure. And we're glad to hear that you guys are doing something in place of the huge swap meet that you always have, and.
Yeah.
Wow, people just are looking to get out and want to do something and have fun, that's for sure.
Yeah, as we got closer and closer to having to make this decision, I'm watching event after event cancel, and this is what our team lives and breathes. There's definitely events that have volunteers that start doing this a month or two before the show, but we've literally got a team dedicated to putting on this event year round, and so for us to simply fold up our tent and cancel and not offer anything else, it just seemed like a missed opportunity. And again, this is going to be historic. This is going to be something that if you're a part of this, 20 or 30 or 40 years from now, you can talk about this is when we all rallied. This is when we all came together to make sure Iola still continues into the future. And I'll tell you, there's something really beautiful about driving into this community and seeing, hundreds and thousands of other cars just converging for a cause. And that's really going to be a very magical, emotional experience, I think, if things come together well.
Good.
That's good.
Awesome.
Well, for me, it'll be emotional 40 years from now because I don't know if I'll be around. So
yeah, there you go.
So, well, again, Joel, we appreciate it very much. Again, just let everybody know the date and the time it's going to start and where they can get information if they need to.
Yep, this is going to be July 11th in Iola at the Iola Car Show grounds. Staging is going to begin at 8 a.m., and the rally will officially start at 10. You can go to our website, iolaoldcarshow.com, or our Facebook page, Iola Car Show, and get more details. The map is the cruise map is published, and it will be kind of ratified once it's updated. We're meeting with all of the county law enforcement and the local PDs that are on the route this week to just verify that everything looks good. So, yeah, this will be, if you happen to be along the route, it'll be a great spot to, head outside, sit in your lawn chair, and hopefully be treated to a few thousand vehicles rolling by.
There you go.
Good. Well, make sure you send us that information so we can get onto our website, too, okay?
Absolutely.
Very good. All right. Well, we appreciate you being on the show this morning.
Yeah, we do.
And we're going to be looking forward to that July 11th, that's for sure.
Yeah, thank you. Always a pleasure to be on. Thanks, guys.
All righty. We're going to cut off for another quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk about what's going on. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Hot Rod Radio. This is Arlo.
And this is Captain Bob, and here we are again on the FONZ FM.
Yeah.
So thanks to Joe Opperman. Sounds like a cool thing.
It does.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to be a part of that.
Hopefully, as we got more information that keeps coming through, we'll let everybody know about it. But it might be a cool rally to do up there and have a good time. Then goodie bags and all kinds of things. So.
Iola has been a mainstay for all of us car guys, and they need to rally for what they believe in their charities.
Exactly.
And that's what they're trying to do, and just have, and they always put on a good show.
There you go.
They know what they're doing up there, so you're not going to be disappointed. once these guys get it all
So,
together.
I'm going to bring up, because we talked about outside drags, and we talked about gassers.
Gassers, you got one for this week?
Model of the week
is
a 1933 Willys Coupe AMT model kit that I had built a while back ago.
Okay, he's holding up a box right
holding
now.
Up the box. Holding it up to the camera.
Go to the Adventures of Captain Bob and Arlo on our YouTube channel.
Brought to you again by Battery Saver.
There you go.
Which we appreciate Battery Saver very much. If you're looking to save your batteries or maintain them, check it out, Battery Saver.
Yep.
But what I did there was, again, had to build a little gasser coupe.
Yeah, I want to see it.
So there it is.
I'm looking on the monitor here.
There it is, yeah. There it is at
See,
front of the
that's
cameras.
my favorite year right there.
So again, I built a 33 gasser from the AMT model kit here.
Yeah.
And if you check it out, it's got the little flip front end. I kind of built it more or less out of the box. A few little modifications I've done, but most of it is kind of built the way it would have came from the box.
Yeah.
So again, I love gassers. That goes out to Rich, like I had kind of mentioned earlier. Rich, check out that show because you want to go there because there's a lot of gassers there. But that's kind of what I built here. It's just a little fun little car, my little push bar in the back there, a little parachute.
Little push bar, parachute.
Yeah.
White walls in the back.
So,
sits up high.
Again,
that's my favorite year. I would probably say for gassers.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So,
what year is the Plum Loco? Remember that car? It wasn't a gasser. Wasn't that a Willys 33?
Yeah, he's got a Willys. Yeah,
I think it is.
Not sure. Yeah, exactly.
Down at Great Lakes Dragaway.
So, but again, if you're doing a model, send us pictures of it.
Yep.
They got to be clear because you got to make sure the pictures are crystal clear. So this way we can put them onto our website also too. And or if you're just working on a project, because again, we're looking at 29 years and younger. If you're working on a car out there, a motorcycle, a boat, snowmobile, whatever that's modified,
full scale,
send us a picture of it. Send us a story about it, like we did on the car not too long ago.
Yeah.
We're gonna hopefully be able to give away a trophy to somebody later on this year. That we're going to pick and say, hey, to somebody that's 29 years younger. Again, mom and dad can be working on it with you also, too. We don't care.
They can be helping out,
Exactly. We don't care.
It's really your story and your desire why you're doing it.
But again, not something you just bought and you're just going to drive and not do anything.
No,
you got to have had your hands in it somehow.
So,
again, send it to Wisconsin Hot Rod Radio. Check on our website. You can go right to comments. You can send us a picture. You can send us all that stuff right there, too. So, well, we got to ask that famous question.
Yeah.
What's going on this weekend? And we know that as we're going into the year now, the summer, there are some shows that are not canceled.
Yeah. First, I want to mention, by the way, we apologize for the cameras not working half the time today.
Yeah.
If you're watching our video, a little technical difficulty there. So go to WisconsinHotRodRadio.com, click on the events, and you can look at it in the 30-day calendar form, in list form, by map, whatever you want to do. So I'm looking at the 6th of July, and the Night Owl Car Show, which has been a famous car show, been around a long time, that has been canceled today. We also know that the Oldsmobile Show has been canceled. Bob mentioned earlier the fireworks on the Fox Classic has been canceled. That was going on tomorrow. I would call ahead for the Walnick's Motorcycle Swap Meet. Make sure you call them and let them know what's happening. The Union Grove Lions Car Club. I mean, that's 40 years they've been doing this. That's been canceled down there in Union Grove. We've got the cars. Cars Carrying Kids and Coffee. Was scheduled for tomorrow. That's been canceled. The Buick Charity Car Show event might be still going on. I would check our website, contact them. The 42nd annual Spring Safety Shakedown in memory of Carl Casper. That's
from
at
what
a
I heard,
gas station lube place.
From what I heard, they're still planning on doing it.
You just kind of drive in. What they do is they actually inspect your car.
Right.
They have a rack there.
Yeah.
Not even a rack. You drive over the pit. And they take I bet you that's going to still go. But I would call and make sure. County Line Vans 43rd Annual Beer Bust. Not saying it's canceled yet, but I would call them ahead.
Right.
And then, like Bob mentioned, throughout the week on our site, we have lots of things on there for cruise nights. Make sure you call and find out what's going on. Like we have in Madison area, the Boulevard Cruise In, the Fox Lanes in Waukesha. We know that the Hot Rod Tuesday car shows have been canceled on the 16th. McDonald's car shows, we're not sure yet.
I'm not sure yet on those either. Nobody's,
they'll reach out to us for that, but make sure I think we're really good at keeping up on this stuff. So go to our website, wisconsinoutroodradio.com.
And if you go to one of those cruises and you drive by and there's no cars there, well, then it's canceled.
Yeah.
And if there's cars, pull in.
By the way, you can also access our video blogs and all that stuff, the YouTube channel, through our website, wisconsinoutroodradio.com. Our past shows are on there. Yeah. You can download them from there as well. So everything is there. Our swap section is there.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that keeps growing.
Speaking of, we got that really nice 1962 Pontiac Bonneville that's on there. Check it out. And there's also right now, right at the very top, a 67 Red Barracuda.
Oh, you put it on.
It's on there, yeah. So if you're looking for a cool car.
I didn't see that. I haven't checked it this morning.
My Red Barracuda's up there for sale, so check it out, yeah.
Wow.
You could be driving that.
Well, you want to give a little pitch for it?
We'll do it next week.
Okay.
We'll see if anybody checks it out, that's for sure. But again, cool
awesome
car. Take it down to the drag strips, that's for sure.
Yeah, there you go.
So you can take it to the out-site drags because it's 67 and older. Yeah. There
you are right.
67 Barracuda.
You're right.
Yeah. But speaking of Great Lakes Dragway, because that's what we were just talking about, today, Saturday the 6th, is junior bracket racing going on. Tomorrow, it's just bracket racing, fun racing, TNT, which is from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. On Tuesday, because Mondays they're always closed, on Tuesdays, grudge racing, fun racing, TNT, and bikes from 5 to 9 p.m. Wednesday, fun racing is ladies race night, so check that out, and that's from 5 to 9 p.m. Next Thursday will be fun racing, slicks, and drag radials from 5 to 9 p.m. And then next Friday will be grudge and fun racing, TNT, and drift racing in the back.
Awesome.
And that goes from 5 to 9 p.m. Again, that's Great Lakes Dragway, Union Grove, Wisconsin. So check it out because their track is open and they're doing all kinds of things.
That's right. The oldest continuous operating drag strip in America, as I'm reading off the flyer.
So what we want to do is we want to get a hold of next week. We tried to have on a couple weeks ago John Ewert from Road America.
Yeah.
Because from what John kind of mentioned, they have their track open up. Actually, Road America's opened up and they're doing things there too.
Yeah, they've been running stuff.
So we're going to have John on the show talking about what's going on there too. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So, but again, check out our swap section. Check out our YouTube. Check out everything about us.
Yep.
Check us out with the police department. Check us out with the FBI. Check us all out. You'll find out we're clean.
People have tried.
That's right.
I remember going way back. I don't know if we have time for this, but I remember the previous radio station wanted to know why Homeland Security was checking on you and I. And we're like, what? Yeah. But what it was is the kids over in Afghanistan and stuff were tuning into us. They were from the Racine. They were from the southeast Wisconsin area, and they loved hearing about the car shows in their local hometown. And we know that because we met a young kid who came over and said that. Yeah. But anyways, the Homeland checked us out.
There you go. Check it out. So, and I'm going to say, too, that I don't ever get political on the radio show.
Uh-oh.
But I'm going to say, thank you, Mr. President, because of you sent me a nice check, and I was able to go out and buy a new lawnmower. So thank you so much. So I'm keeping the economy going.
Yeah. So now you can go around and cut all the neighbors' yards and earn some money.
There you go.
Now you can earn some money to buy more models. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, I opened up that envelope, and it said right on there, go out and buy a lawnmower, Bob. I was like, this is cool.
Bob.
I know.
It's so personal.
He did. Yeah, it was really nice. So thank you very much, President. Thanks.
Yeah. All right. We got to go.
So let us know what you bought with your stimulus check, too. We want to know. If you
We're laughing. We shouldn't be laughing.
Maybe you bought a car. Who knows?
Yeah.
So, all righty. So, again, tune in next week because we're going to hopefully have on John Ewert from Road America talking about what's going on up there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, as we always say here on Wisconsin Hot Rod Radio,
be there
or be square. We're out of here.
Captain Bob and Arlo, they're the ones you know. Wisconsin's Hot Rod Radio.